Hello world, I hope this video finds everybody doing good under the sound of my voice. I hope it finds you blessed and highly favored. And if you woke up to see today, I hope you thank God for today and we gonna live it day by day. Hello world, today I wanted to touch on the topic, the bigger man. And I chose the topic because, we reach a certain age and we learn to do things differently. We should learn how to be the bigger man. And I had some examples I wanted to come with because I do know that it's a struggle for us men that we once was real men and we used to act in a certain way because we can tend to stand up before we stand down. But today's time is differently because the youngsters they're on a different tip than what we probably came up and how we were raised. So we gotta act accordingly. So and I chose the topic, being the bigger man, because if you learn the proper techniques on how to become a bigger man, we can escape prison and we can escape death because we gotta apply this in order for the work. So, I chose the topic, the bigger man. And some examples I probably would like to bring, man. I've been in some situations where I had to be the bigger man. And, I'm going to just display a few of them for you because I know some men probably could relate. The first one I done been in, I was like at a convenience store. This convenience store is in the heart of the hood, I travel in the hood because a lot of my friends, they still in the hood because we all not in gated communities. I stopped at a convenience store and, the guy, he blocked me in, and before I realized, I was like, damn, he blocked me in, and I was like, I was really finna act on it, but I said, no, I stood down before I stood up. And I just kind of just watched him while he walked past me and went in the store. And he went in the store. I waited patiently in my vehicle till he came back out the store. And when he came back out the store, he did something that kind of surprised me. He said, "Say, OG, my bad. I'm sorry, bro." And that kind of made me start thinking on young people. Because sometimes you got to give them time to think. Because, when they caught up in the moment, because you never know what's on their minds or what's on their heads. And then we kind of act out on emotions. If they got something going on prior to you, they'll tend to take it there with you. Because they'll leave whatever they got. Because it's already pressing. And they'll take it out on you. So we gotta learn how to fall back, and stand down before we stand up. Then when I got from there, it was like he had a chance to think, and he apologized, and he was like, my bad, OG, my bad, I'm sorry, bro, and I just gave him the finger, like, how old heads do. They call us old heads. We gonna give him the finger, like, yeah, But the flip side of that, I wasn't always like that. I participated in some foolishness if it came my way, when I was younger. But now that I'm older, I'm starting to realize that, hey, being a bigger man will save your life 10, 20, 30 plus years. So, in the second example I probably would bring, I'm like, I ride around town in my car and sometimes you might stop at a red light. And you might catch the music, because the youngsters, they come with a lot of, and a lot of times I had the turmoil has been with young people. So I could hear the music beating, and then he stopped at the red light, and I could just see him out my peripheral vision, because I'm not even going to look at him, you know what I'm saying? Because how can you look at him? He just look at you the wrong way. He just looking for something, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, hey, I'm not even going to look, but I'm going to look out the peripheral, but I just see him over there just bucking. He bucking. Because in the past I have looked that way, and he don't gave me an ill look, and so I just choose today's time not to look at all. I don't even want to look at that boy. He be like, shit, I be peripheral, and I see him bucking. He just bucking. He bucking, So what I do is, I just ease up. If I'm damn near under the red light, I'm gonna ease up so he can't even really see me no more. Because I ain't going to look but out the peripheral, but I don't even want him to be on the side of me, But I be like, being the bigger man, But the flip side of that is, because I'm going to give you the flip, as far as the good side and the flip side. Now, you're going to meet a youngster that's just like him. They're going to be bucking too. And I let them handle that because one of them going to be dead behind bucking at the red light. But I choose to be the bigger man so I can live 10, 20, 30 plus years. So, that's the second example I might make, the third example I may make, you might be in a convenience store. I'm going to run it all around the store. That's why I have my most problems at, like going different places or gas stations or where I might be doing my little livelihood. And, certain individual might just walk in the store and just try to skip you or do something like out the ordinary, and he got to be packing or something got to be going on with him putting the order to skip another grown man. So we got to be thinking outside the box at all times. And before we stand up, we got to learn to stand down. Because it ain't going to really hurt us if we know about 2-3 more minutes. But, let him do his thing and go on about his business. The old me probably wouldn't have did it that way. I probably would, hey, man, you skipping me, blah, blah, blah. And, hey, one of us shot dead, another one going to Angola. So it's all about being a bigger man. Because true story is one of my friends had that same similar situation that happened to him, and he stood up before he stood down, and he's in Angola and another person is dead. So we got to be the bigger man because, and we also have to lead by example, because if you see a man that's not doing things in the proper way, we're supposed to show him how to really do it. So even if he get out to himself, he can analyze what just took place or what we just showed him. So, it's food for a thought because, being a bigger man, it'll save your life 10, 20, 30 plus years. And, I chose this topic because I do know that a lot of things that happen in this life is because of somebody felt disrespected, felt played, or felt like, somebody just took advantage of you. And I just encourage somebody just to be thinking outside the box. And before we stand up, we want to learn to stand down. Because if we stand down, we can think things through and we can escape Angola and we can live 10, 20, 30 plus more years. And I chose the topic being a bigger man. Because sometimes that's what we have to do. We have to be the bigger man. And, and like I said, it'll save our lives from going to Angola, and it might save us 10, 20, 30 years here on earth. So food for a thought. I thought I'd drop it on somebody because, when next time you have an encounter, I just want you to think of me because it's like, we want to stand down before we stand up. And I just want to drop this on somebody. I thought somebody needed it because, we got to grow together. We got to educate each other on certain things. And I know I struggled with this for the longest because I had a problem with people trying to disrespect me. But I had to learn and fall back to learn that, hey, it pays to be the bigger man, And I thank God for this message. I hope I helped somebody. And if I did, I ask that you hit the like button and subscribe. And, I just want to encourage somebody to do something different than what you did yesterday. Call somebody and check on somebody you hadn't checked on in a while. And I want to encourage everybody just to be blessed till the next time.